Hello everyone, my name is Simon and today I'm going to show you how to create a lens dirt effect in Hitfilm Express 2017. I know that there's a lens dirt effect already built in Hitfilm Pro and Ultimate, but if you're using the free software you can still get a pretty decent looking lens dirt effect. So simply follow this tutorial. As you can see, I already created a new project. Once you've done that, simply import your footage that you want to create a lens dirt effect on, and also a kind of particle looking image. You can get these on pretty much everywhere. Just type in Google like, I don't know, lens dirt particles or fog particles or something like this. So first thing we do is we create a new composite shot. We do this by right clicking on our media panel, go to new and then to composite shot. Then we call this our lens blur. Not lens blur, it's a lens dirt, I'm sorry. Just confusing all the effects. So now we're going to drag and drop our footage into a timeline and also the particle on top of it. As you can see, the particles isn't quite big enough to fill the whole frame, but that's not a problem. We just simply go into the transform properties of our particles and go to scale and then scale it up until it's fitting like this. Okay, you can of course move around the image and look for the best looking part of the image, but I think just centering it is in this case pretty much fine. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click on our particles, go to blend and set the blend mode to add. And this way it's going to make everything that's dark transparent and everything that's bright it's going to leave there. And as you can see, it's pretty much just applied the effect on our entire video, and that's not quite what we want, because we only want the effect to be visible on bright areas on the screen. And to make this, we just use a set matte effect. Go to effects and type in set matte, and we just drag and drop this onto our particles. Now go into the properties of the set matte and look at the source layer. Now we select there our video footage, because that's the reference that he's going to take to look for the luminance, for the light. And now we go to the matte source and use luminance. On this way it's only going to apply the effect on bright areas on the screen. And as you can see, it already looks much better than before, but it's not quite perfect yet, because like here to the right, where the dark area starts, it's just immediately cutting off the particles, as you can see here. And that's not quite what we want. We want this to be a little bit softer. If we disable our video footage, we can exactly see what's going on. Like everywhere where it's bright, it's creating the effect, and everywhere where it's getting darker, it's just cutting it off instantly. And yeah, that's not what we want. So we go and duplicate our video footage with Ctrl D or with right click duplicate, and then we go to make a just duplicated video a composite shot. Just right click on it and go to make composite shot, or just press Ctrl M. We're going to call this the luminance key, like this, and press OK. Now we are inside our new created composite shot. What we are going to do now is we have here our video footage, and we want to only make the bright areas of the image visible. And we do this by going into the effects and searching for a levels histogram, like this. Then we drag it onto a footage and go into the level histogram effect settings. Now you see this input black slider. We just want to slide it to the right until only the bright areas of the image are left. Somewhat around this looks fine, I guess, like 0.96 or even a little bit less. Now scroll through our footage, and as you can see, really only the bright areas are left. What we're going to do now is, because we still have the same as before, like the edges are still really hard and really rough, but we want them to be really soft, and we can achieve this by simply searching for blur and dragging it also beneath the levels histogram. Now we simply increase the blur until we think that it looks soft enough. I'm just going to increase this by quite a lot, because I really want this effect to look really soft. So I think something about 125 looks good to me. But as you probably noticed, the bright areas aren't really as bright anymore with the blur on it, because like you see now, it's pretty much perfectly white, but as soon as I blur it, it's like gray, like a bright gray, but not really white. But we can get it right again by simply duplicating our video layer and set the blend mode of the one on top to add. And on this way, as you can see, it's already perfect. It's again perfectly white. Now you can go and blur the upper one like a little bit more, something like, yeah, about 250, maybe 300, about this is fine. And as you can see, if I disable or make this upper layer invisible, it already looks much brighter, and that's pretty much what we want. Now we just go back to our lens dirt because we are done in this composite shot. And now we simply go to our set matte again and select the source and make it the luminance key. And you can immediately tell that it looks much more smooth and much more convincing. Yeah, and that's pretty much how you apply a lens dirt effect onto your footage. It works with every footage, but it looks the best with dark footage where it's just one bright light. Just like in my footage right here, where the entire room is pretty dark, but the window is really bright. It looks the best on this kind of videos. If you think that the effect is a little bit too strong, you can simply go into the transform settings of your particles and decrease the opacity until you're satisfied with the results. Something about 50% maybe. And if you think that it isn't strong enough, you can simply go and duplicate your layer. That's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Simply go Control D on this layer and it's duplicated. And you can see immediately that it's really strong lens dirt effect. To me this is quite a bit too much, to be honest. So I'm going to decrease the opacity of the second one to about 50%. Maybe about 35. Yeah, I think this looks pretty damn good. Yeah, and that's pretty much how you create a lens dirt effect. If we now try to play our footage back, you can see that it's quite choppy and not really smooth. It's not really a smooth playback. We can simply compensate this by going into our media and making our lens dirt composite shot, our luminance key composite shot I mean, into a proxy. Simply go right click and make proxy. What it's doing now is it's going to take this luminance key that we just created and it's going to make a rendered video out of it that Hitfilm is going to use instead of the composite shot. And on this way it gets a lot of processing power back, which ends up in a much more smooth playback. So I'm just going to play this back once again to show you how choppy it actually looks. See, this is really choppy and you really won't want this to be this way. And now I'm just going to wait until the proxy is finished and I'm going to play it back once again. Okay, now that the proxy is finished, I try to play it back once again, and as you can see, it's perfectly smooth now. Like there's no lag whatsoever. And as you can see, the result is pretty satisfying, to be honest. I think it looks pretty decent. If you also like this tutorial, please leave a like and also write into the comments what I could do better next time. I know that my English isn't the best, I'm German, so sorry for that, but I hope you can still understand what I mean and follow the tutorial just as easy as if I was speaking natively English. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next video. Have a nice day.